evening for the people that are in Western America and that are about to experience a fever dream. Just keeping an eye on the chat for a moment to see if everything is set up correctly. Oh, and Zelda, I can reduce the resolution a bit if you want. Oh, that makes sense. I'll turn things hard a bit. Moment. Alright, at least now the game audio should be a bit lower. Actually check if I can quickly adjust the resolution I'm streaming at because of at least. Okay, it's fine. I mean, everyone can experience this in a quality that I'm currently streaming at. Okay, I'm guessing everything is correct and fine and whatever now. I'm glad I set my alarm to this time because you actually can't saving the game, but I used start game already to make sure that it didn't skip to the cutscene before I wanted to. Okay, so anyway, good morning, good evening, good night, good whatever. You're about to witness the full Unholy Triforce right here. I'm just going to get started then, because we have 3.5 hours of cutscenes and weird dialogue and that kind of stuff ahead of us, and I think the dog will appreciate it if I get this wrapped up earlier, because I haven't been able to walk him yet. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai.
How can we help?
It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon.
Great, I'll grab my stuff.
There is no time. Your sword is enough.
How about a kiss, for luck?
You've got to be kidding.
Squadala, we're off.
Wow, what are all those heads?
These are the faces of evil. You must conquer each.
I guess I'd better get going.
Here is the map. Where do you wish to go?
Okay, we're going to start with Nortenka. The reason is because at the start of the game we don't have any method to complete any of the levels yet, and as such we can't really progress. In the case of Nortenka you need fireballs. In the case of Corona you also need fireballs. But in the case of Great Cove you need snowballs, which you get by killing these moblins here. So we'll do that and farm a little bit at the start of the game. And just checking chat, the CDI was initially made without really a clear goal in mind. So Philips didn't have an idea to really use it as a game console. That only changed since 1995 or something, but at that point it was way too late already, and yeah, the CDI was dead. Alright, so I took an intentional death there, just to be at full health going out here, because there are a few fast-pacing moblins around that will likely land a hit on you. So the more health better, and you can take some easy hits at the end of this area to die quickly and leave the level. And after this iglo, I should have a key, and I should be able to. I should have enough snowballs to finish critical and grab some fireballs with it. That's good enough. Good enough. The beautiful thing of this game is like the music is actually good, but they didn't expect people to be in the same area for more than a minute, so all of the music is incomplete. It doesn't have a proper ending. Yeah, here I'll have to get ready for a bit of mashing. Oh, that's bad. Ah, go away. Those are gomas, by the way. They're not crabs. I don't know if other Zelda games made you believe gomas are spiders, but they're actually crabs. Okay. Since I've had a thumb splint, I'm trying to swap a bit between thumb and my index finger to play this game. There you go.
Biggest crab I ever caught.
It's a goma!
You're pretty good. Here.
Thanks!
So yeah, we don't need any special quests.
Keep going, boy. You're doing real well. Once you get rid of Ganon, we can get back to fishing.
Yeah, these games are based on mostly the second Zelda game, and yeah, as you noticed, the red ruby is only worth 1, green is worth 5, and blue is worth. Okay, saved. And blue is worth 10. This jump is a lot more tight than you would expect, though. Okay, it doesn't matter. Normally you would go into the cave and you have to use snowballs. We'll go into the hut first to get another cutscene. Because this is actually a cutscene percent. I've heard all cutscenes.
Dyras came straight from the crater till I boarded the vent. Used a skull for a latch and not one Dyras figured it out.
This cutscene, I had the English version as a kid and I didn't understand English that well yet at that point, so I never understood it. It didn't help that I didn't understand the Dutch version either, because they used a really heavy accent on that one. Alright, I'm going to take a death here, just to reset my heart. And it's mostly for the end part of the cave, because there's a lot of lava jumping around and it's just too easy to get hit. And if we get hit here and we lose, we don't have enough snowballs to finish this, then we're in for a bad time. I mean, I'm just going to knock that off because, oh, that happened before. Shall I grab that one? Nah, should be fine. And otherwise I'll have to get a fireball of shame at one point. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, these enemies are Dyras. The normal ones that are outside are normal Dyras. The ones in the cave are the fire Dyras, and they can only be killed with snowball. Go into this igloo that we just unlocked earlier. Crouch here. Select firestones.
Help! Ganon froze the fountain. I'm stuck.
So yeah, she's stuck. There's only one way to unfreeze her. by using fire.
Here, have some water of life. My, you're thirsty. Oh my goodness!
Of course, Poker GTS. The duck walk is an essential part of this speedrun. Okay, let's try to kill these abominants. And I'm trying to kill 2 of them at once with 1 firestone, just to preserve some firestones. It's not necessary, but it just makes it so that you're a bit more, you have a bit more in your inventory near the end of the game. And I try to keep my inventory near full on all items, because that means that the inventory is nicely lined out instead of mixed up.
I am the reader, Ipo. If you bring me the book of Korodai, I will gladly read the secret verse.
Well, the fact that he knows that there's a secret verse, why can't he just tell us? Alright, on to Toikyu Lighthouse, and here we actually will use the duck walk. Start off by immediately firing the power sword to make sure that we don't get an axe thrown at us. I will wait for the second avalanche, because 1 avalanche can kill Link. It's an unnecessary risk, and I want to be as high on health as possible. Wait here for a moment. Get an axe thrown at us. If you just climb straight up, the axe will actually hit you, so... There we go. Grab some more rubies. And we'll do the duck walk. If we do the duck walk, the arpicles can't hit us, unless we're on the lowest floor, because there's some differences in the height.
You're not afraid of dragons, are you?
Of course not.
Then get my necklace back from Gliok, okay? Pretty please.
And yeah, as Anya said, like, the main issue with this game are the hitboxes, the environment, and music it's all really good. Like, I love this game as a kid simply because of how it looked. The detailed environments and everything is amazing. I'll just have to kill some arpicles as I'm crossing this bridge. It's actually allowed to fall down here, as you can see. Oh, this is bad. I'm going to try. Nah. Okay, come on. Okay, that was bad. I took a bit too much damage on the bridge itself. Unfortunate. Let's do it again. See if we can make it a bit more like this. I'll just make sure that I'm inside. Take this out. It's fine. Yeah, the moblins are the bulldogs in this game. The gorilla are those wolves that you saw in Matinka. Okay, here we go.
Gets mighty dark with all the evil about. Keep this lantern full, it'll light her away.
Thanks.
So yeah, we got the lantern.
Not many left, Link. There's Drulik round the side of Glutgo.
I never really understand this part either, but Drulik is apparently one of the NPCs. And he's at the side of Glutgo, so that makes sense actually. Alright, on to Goronu. Here we'll do a quick farming run. I generally try to be at about 105 rubies at this point. I just got hits there, so I'll just leave and re-enter the level afterwards. It also will give me a few more rubies, but now I don't have to be super safe. So at first I'll just buy 3 sets of bombs. And then while selecting the bombs I'll check my ruby count. There you go. And I'm at 43, that's a bit annoying. I'll just do this here.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
So yeah, this is one of the famous YouTube poops. And here we go.
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer.
This part that everyone knows. I'll just leave and re-enter. And yeah, sorry Lash, I'm pretty sure, but I'm also pretty sure this is made in paint. This is basically one of the first cooperations between a US and a Russian company at the time. And they merged together into Animation Magic. 2, 3, crouch, hit. At the moment I have 1 set of ropes missing. It's not the biggest of deals, we'll get it later. I did get hit. Oh. And there's a little entrance there. Where we are greeted with Bonham, who's our guide.
Look and see Goronu. Wake up, sleepy bones. Find the living and cut their vile throats.
A little swag dance at the end. Okay, now I'm trying to reposition myself a bit. 4, 5. Okay, I'm good. I'm doing this room completely in the dark. There we go. Okay, I'm now on the upper ledge of the area, which allows me to progress towards the door. Normally you would use the lamp here. And it's a shame because this area is pretty nicely detailed and everything. Looks pretty good. I am just killing the enemies because I want a bit of extra rubies. So climb up here and there.
I may be hideous, but after a year of being frozen, you will beg to join me.
I really love that cutscene. Alright, I'm going to take this one because I missed 5 rubies earlier, and now I'll take that. I have the lamp. I'm not going to waste my oil on it. Oh. This is a bit of an annoying area because there will be guineas spawning through the wall as well. But it's all fine. Go through it. Oh, we're on top of Goronu, but as I mentioned, like you need fireballs to actually beat this level, and it's because you needed to burn Goronu.
You can't kill me. No, no, no.
Alright, we now have the bell, which is incredibly useful. And we unlocked Harlequin Bazaar. Instead, we're going to Spearfish Falls. Harlequin Bazaar is another boss level. We won't do that yet. Too early there. In this level as well, I just try to stay at full health as much as possible because of an area coming up where there's a big chance of getting hit. crouch here to avoid the boomerang, select bombs while we're at it. Just wait until we get to the end. Kill the keys. Yeah, we will get it there. That Gorilla dropped 10 rubies, which is nice. And this area is one of my favorites in the game. Like, if it's done smoothly, it looks incredibly nice. And I just love this as a kid, you know, like a complete waterfall in the game. You're climbing it while the fish are just flying around you. And we have some fairies.
You're doing great, Link. You are our hero. Here's a life heart. We know you can beat Ganon.
Okay, so they gave us a live heart. And we are going to fight Gleeok in a moment. The dongos, I'm just trying to think, they are pretty late in the game in this one. Oh, a bit far forward. I'm trying to get on one of the final pixels to make the jump onto top of a rock. Not a necessity, but you know. We still have the bombs equipped. Let's see if we can get a one hit. Yeah, we hit. Good. If you're falling and you throw the bomb, if you time it right, you can just kill everything in one go. Otherwise, you do so to hit the head of the Gleeok. So yeah, now we got the necklace, which you'll turn in later. Jump a bit early. Oh yeah, this is a part where it shows that, yeah, it makes you wonder where hitboxes are. I just want to make it. Okay.
I may be old and ugly, but I still know a few tricks. Bring some grapple berries. I'll show you a good one.
This is the only reason why we do Spearfish Falls early. Because normally we would already have the grapple berries, but if we want the full cutscene, we need to do it like this. And now on to Firestone Lake. Here we have the Octoroks. Octoroks are kind of dangerous in this level because the background is so detailed, you don't really see projectiles flying. And as with most cases, like, you don't want to get hit. Just to make sure that you have the life left over for the next area. And they can still fire while they're off screen, while you can't hit them while they're off screen. So yeah, there's that. We'll select the snowballs. I have 9 of them, that's not that many. So I'll have to be careful. Great. Just don't count them. 4. This is another case of box, please. Okay, I have 5 left now.
Look what has happened!
In the darkest nightmare hour, when not moon nor sun has risen, I take Zelda in my power. I shall keep her in my prison.
I love how Ganon is such a good poet in this game. That was not my intention. I have 4 left now. Okay, I'm going to select the bell. I will actually want to take a death here because I'm low on health and I don't want to mess this up. So by using the bell you stop all flying enemies, and those rolling balls are flying enemies in this game. So I'm just going to bypass as much as possible here. Get the grapple berries. That's not fine. Okay. And here we have another wheel, and that one we actually have to kill to show the exit to this level. And also gives us a fire diamond, which we'll need later on. Okay, back into Spearfish Falls, because now we can actually hand in the Grumpberries. I'm also at 1 snowball left, which is nice. I'll just make sure I select something different than the snowball so I don't accidentally use it. I will be able to run into a few snowballs still, but yeah, rather that I don't let it come to that. Ah, no. I want this. Okay. Having the snowball means that at the end the bell, rope and everything that you need are pretty much aligned in the menu instead of one being at the bottom and one being on the top. So that's why I'm always trying to keep one of each item. Alright, we're back at the fairies and they actually do have another cutscene. A small one, but...
You're doing great, Link. You are our hero. Here's some water of life. Drink, Link.
Drink, Link? Stay hydrated, Link? Okay, sorry. Do stay hydrated though, that's good. I'm trying to do the same now. Alright. Final time we'll ascend the waterfall. The door's closed. There we go.
Stir the berries in the tub. Let the juices soak the glove. Let Link fight and never cower. For his glove's a glove of power.
Wow, thanks!
So yeah, we got the power glove, which we'll need for Seragon. Which is where we have to next. Normally during a 100% run this is a lot more flexible, or not flexible, the route is simply put together a bit better so that when you unlock a level you can often go into it already. Sorry man, it's still early here. Okay, I'm just trying to avoid all these jobies. This may be bad. Okay, it's not. There you go. Yeah, I'll take it out here because I won't make this area with just one heart. Like if I really tried maybe, but you want to go through it fast and not like killing all enemies and whatnot. It's a waste of time and we're speedrunning.
Before you face the foul fiend Ganon, you must conquer Fortress Central, where the treasure of death is hidden. Bring it to me. Be gone.
This is also one of those cutscenes, like, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, Fortress Central unlocked, but we won't go there until quite a bit later. We're going back into Toiku Lighthouse, where basically since the level we unlocked is close by. And this time we'll just go as quickly as possible. I may miss the... yeah. There we go. I don't mind getting hit at this point because we have all of life and we want to take a death after obtaining the necklace. After turning in the necklace. So we don't have to duck walk a lot here. Like maybe if I do get hit then I may need to duck walk here and there, but... oh. Ah! Come on. There we go. Good.
How sweet. Mwah! My husband gave me this. He's an abominum now. Here. It's not much, but it'll still carry water.
So we got the canteen. Now, believe it or not, this was originally on the schedule. This is the first time I'm playing all 3 Zelda games in a row at a marathon. Normally a marathon will only accept like 2 at most. That's good. It doesn't really matter. I'm just doing one small farm round. Grab the final items that I need for the run. Like a few more ropes in this case, a few more bombs. And then we'll start killing bosses. I'm going to take a quick look at my current count, 118, which is pretty good. I'll get 3 sets of bombs, 4 sets of ropes, and I should be good. I'm just going to make sure, actually. I did buy the oil. During a different marathon, I actually forgot to buy lamp oil in Font of Gamelon, and that turned out really interesting. Because there are a few areas in this game that are incredibly difficult to navigate without lamp oil. Anyway, Harlequin's Bazaar.
See how Harlequin captures Coridians?
You lose.
Do you know what it means when you lose your last ruby? Now you work for me! Take him away!
So yeah, while you would expect him to turn people into moblins, he turns them into Korea. Yeah, this is basically a bit based around a gambling palace or something like, and a circus at the same time. It's weird. Like for instance, this mouth here, that's a door. That's basically a recurring theme though in this game. Like things that you don't expect to be a door are quite likely a door. So crouch here so that we don't get hit by the first boomerang of Korea. Kill the Soul now. Okay. It can happen that last Soul actually spawns inside of you as you're trying to pass it, and you get obliterated by it because you don't have any iframes. Alright, jump down. This is one of those really freaky backgrounds. I'll just grab the 5 rubies to make sure that the bell that I just used is basically neutral. And this is the door.
I'd say your chances are 1,000,000 to none. But let's have fun, anyway!
Yeah, that's a bit the thing. He's the clown pig who turns people into the wolves. Okay, here's our wall masters. I'll take it out. Because can really turn south otherwise. Stand near a wall master here. Kill it. Grab all the rubies. Try to avoid Harlequin's projectiles. Come on. Yeah, he's dead.
Lucky shot!
Golly!
This cutscene always scares me because you're basically mashing a button, and if you can actually skip these cutscenes. So with the cutscene % run, you don't want to do that.
The stars are made of ice. Thus the night is cold. Bring the crystal from Saragon, and I will prove the light of ice penetrates more than fire.
Okay, so this guy is crazy, but he does give another cutscene if we give him the ice crystal, so we'll do that later on. On to Militron, next boss.
Look how Militron makes his warriors.
Worthless Coridian, you must be hardened with fire! Go and kill!
Okay, so yeah, he's kinda angry. He will just climb the remainder of Spearfish Falls. Basically, this is where it springs from. Select Power Glove. Go all the way up. You can be really lucky there, and the 2 spear throwing moblins won't spawn, but it's completely random. So here we have some. These are not the Dark Nuts. Dark Nuts will be later in this level. They are also not Iron Metals. I keep forgetting the third name that they have for these guys. Right, we'll keep walking. Select the rope here to make sure that we don't have to go zigzagging around too much. It's just a lot easier. Select the bomb again, throw the bomb. Basically what we want to try here is have this life up to the point where we reach the boss and then take the death. Because the boss is easiest to kill if you actually have make sure that the boss is easiest to kill if you actually have the power sword. So we just move along this ledge here, and this is the door.
Feel the fire of war!
Okay, Millatron. He's really annoying because, and this was basically my wall when I was young. You can only kill him by hitting his head, and yeah, as a kid, try to figure that one out. And you have to hit it 5 times. I'm waiting here. Wait a second. Okay. Just do it the safe way. There we go.
Oh my goodness, this is awful!
I really love this cutscene. And Millatron is dead. Which unlocks the next boss already, Got Go. And we'll go immediately into that one. Now that we got the helmet, we can also do longer jumps, so we now opened up the path to the power tempered sword as well. We'll do that one later on. When I started running, it was still part of the route to immediately after get the temper sword. But I figured like, yeah, it's a bit out of the way and you already unlock Let Go. May as well do that one first. Not like a power sword is completely necessary here. Here we have, these are actually the Dongos, and I'm trying to get one to spawn, but it doesn't want to. Oh, there it is. Yeah, go away. Go away. It's blocking my way. Okay, there. This face is an entrance. There's a hut on the on the right side as well, which is the more obvious entrance. You have to get the key to enter it. You get that at the complete left side of the previous screen. But you can also just go down this area if you know that the mouse is actually an entrance. You can go down here and enter the hut without needing the key. And here we have a stereotypical figure.
Where are you heading, partner?
I'm going to fight Flutgo.
Don't fight him, feed him! Something spicy. Know what I mean?
He really sounds like Barney Gumble from The Simpsons, and I did look it up, but it's not the same voice actor. That's a shame. But I love how much they captured that spirit. Alright, so back into this weird area. Just killing the keys as I go. Or Peace out, mouthpiece.
Through the eye of Glutko lies the shrine of Koridai.
I'm simply famished.
No!
It tastes like a Dyra. Perhaps just one more?
Okay, so yeah, that's the thing that happens here. And the B-Dragon, it depends on the controller you have. The one I have only has 3 buttons. Oh, I jumped too early. This jump is like a 2-pixel jump that you can make. And I wasn't too focused on that, so there we go. That's how you do it. The controller I have only has 3 buttons and one is the 1+2 button.
Oh, goody! Mashed Link for the main course!
So yeah, he wants to eat Link. He will do a little dance there. So select bombs. Oh, let's throw it.
Uh-oh!
This is the only duplicate cutscene I'll give you because it's funny. This game, it's only something that Face of Evil has. One company doesn't have it. This game has basically refights. Like you fight every boss twice except for one of them, which means that it gives me 2 opportunities to show cutscenes. Normally, if I do an actual run, I'll only show the cutscene once and then skip the other one because it's a cutscene that's already shown. But for this one, it's only a few seconds. I may as well show it. So yeah, here's Glutko again after just exploding for some reason. But
Uh-oh!
I may just do that with all the refights that I actually will do. There's also a few refights that I'll completely skip, so just walk past them. Okay, so we just got the Book of Koridai. And we were promised a secret first, so let's go there first. I gotta save the snowball there. It's just force habit though. Again, select the firestones. Oh, we have so many. That's nice. I'll only have to use 2 if I'm correct. There we go. This one. I'll take that hit, that's all fine. Okay. I used 3, so I have 9 left. I need 3 later on. So I have 6 spare basically. I should be fine. This ascent is manageable with less than 6 hearts, but it's really difficult. That's why this book is routed in late as well.
Listen, such is the power of the Prince of Darkness that he can kill with a single look. Attacks against Ganon will prove fruitless unless Link attacks with the sacred book.
I mean, this is something they could have told us earlier, but he basically tells us to attack with the book. And that's exactly what we'll do. Anyway, let's continue on to Fortress Centrum, which we unlocked earlier. We are greeted by some Gomas here. My meshing isn't on point at the moment because of... Oh. Normally there's another Goma spawning, so I was kinda expecting that. I basically haven't been able to use my thumb for a bit more than a month now, and that really affects my meshing. So I'm just using my index finger for this one now. Alright, let's select the bomb. I have to make sure that the Goma is in front of the Darknut. If the bomb hits Darknut, the Darknut will deflect the bomb, and we'll actually have to wait until the bomb goes off. again, a waste of time. I still haven't figured out what makes the Darknut at the door spawn or not, but this worked out because he didn't spawn. I'll actually take a death here, and then yeah. There we go. This is one of the areas where I will use a light, because yeah, you'll see. Oh, use the bomb, that was it. There we go. If you have to navigate this in the dark, it's hell. Like, it's not completely impossible, but mostly this part that can easily throw you off. So got through that section, and now we'll move on to this little tower here. And we'll be saving Zelda already.
Hey, Zelda, wake up!
What? Link? You've saved me!
And Gurnu is back. And I love the bamboozled face that he's showing there. So yeah, that's why we needed some more fire stones. I'll just show the cutscene.
You can't kill me! No! No! No!
So once again he burned to a crisp. I don't know how he came back, but yeah, there you have it. And we unlock Ganon's lair with that. But we won't go there yet. Ah yeah. And in chat is currently the door behind the CDI. How it came to existence. I'm taking this bottom route, which was only found like earlier this year. I remember that here is the platform. I'm not going to kill these enemies. Get the ice crystal and just take a death here. Well, there you go. It just gives me the opportunity to be back at the entrance straight away, have full health. And often when you come out of an entrance, a lot of icicles and such will fall straight away. So you have to be careful with that. It's mostly a thing in Wanted Camelon. If you move too early, then you get hit by a lot of rocks at the same time. It's kind of janky like that. So here we'll wait until the first rock is thrown, start jumping. All we want is to get back to Suprema at the end.
This shield both sword and spear deflects, but cannot stop the vilest curse. This crystal makes the shield reflect, cursing the cursor with twice the curse.
Alright. So we got the reflective shield now. So that's the final upgrade there. Now we'll go into Harlequin Bazaar, because we just got the ice crystal as well. So we can upgrade another item. Luckily we don't have to go through the entirety of this area again. There's a shortcut, but you can only use the shortcut when you have defeated the boss and gotten the key. Wait for that pig to move a bit. The problem with these pigs is that their hitbox is quite low, and the moment you are higher up than a pig and you have to crouch to hit them, there's a chance that you just can't hit them and they'll completely destroy you. Because again, no iframes, and they'll just sit inside of you and keep hitting. So we climb up this shaft. There's a door here, which leads to the room after the boss room.
Now, if we make a simple vacuum and spin the ice just so. There!
So yeah, now he created a vacuum, and now our lamp has been upgraded. Okay. this means that when you use the lamp oil, it will stay bright for quite a bit longer than before. We'll only use it once though, but you know, it's nice that he does it. In normal 100% run, you would actually skip that upgrade and get the final upgrade at the end. Here we just take as much, take damage, doesn't really matter. We want to take a death here. Because the key to the entrance here is at the far end. Yeah, dying and respawning is just a lot faster. And here we have Smithy's daughter.
My hero! Won't you please jump across that little old chasm and cut my daddy's chains? Pretty please, have a heart.
The have a heart is quite literal because she gives you a life heart. But I mean, she asked nicely, let's help her. So this jump is only manageable with the winged helmet. As a kid, I tried this so often without it because we just weren't able to beat Miltrons, so we didn't know of the existence of it. But yeah, you can't make it.
Please, Link, jump and cut these chains. The Arpagus are driving me crazy.
Poor guy. Chained up.
Thanks. Say, you have a fire diamond, don't you?
Sure.
Then let me fix your sword. Let's see how it works.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how you apply a fire diamond to your sword. And now my sword is a tempered one, so I don't need to be at full health to use the beam. Which is incredibly convenient, of course, but... So, on to the last boss before Ganon.
Consider Lupe the most dangerous of Ganon's minions.
With this ruby, I replace your soul. You will obey. Ow! Ow!
Okay, so I would have expected this boss to create a Gorillaz, but yeah, you know, here we are. He makes the moblins. He'll jump up. There's a little ladder here. Doing the first part of his area in blind, and then starting the next area I'll use the lamp. Because this is still a bit straightforward, like there are obvious platforms that you can jump on, but this area is full of small bumps and whatnot. As you can see, like finding the platforms here is a lot more annoying. Okay. Dead. Get up here, and on to the next cutscene.
Now you see me, now you don't.
That face of whoops. Okay. And yeah, as I saw, like we do have Harlequin here, but we will not fight him. We'll just completely ignore him. He doesn't give us anything new. The cutscene is the same, and he drops 10 rubies, so we don't have to fight him. So I just use the Water of Life to make sure that I get through the area.
I spy with my eyes someone who must die.
This is one of the most interactive fights in the game. So we'll go here, jump up. And we're done.
I will not die! Oh!
I guess he did. So, we got the Crystal of Vision. And it also unlocks the last area that we could unlock, the Hermit Flat. Hermit Flat is an incredibly dangerous area because every enemy here does so much damage, except for the Arpagos. The Arpagos only does half a heart. But the Moblins here do 2 hearts of damage, and this is also the first time we'll see Zoras. The Zoras do 3 hearts of damage, so they do 2-shot you, even at this phase of the game. So you still have to be really careful here. That's 1 Zora down. Second one was gone here. We do need the winged helmet here to pass this little gap. And that's the 3rd Zora down. And for some reason Gornam just wouldn't want to come to the start
At
this
last,
time.
you have the vision to find my house. Now you will see the sand krumis that prevent your approach to Ganon. Go with many blessings.
Okay, so we can now see the sand krumis. Basically, this final lamp upgrade makes it possible to see all flying enemies within Ganon's lair. If you don't have it, you don't see them. The any percent routes actually don't get the lamp, and they'll have to do this basically blind. Like, there will be enemies flying around, they won't see it at all. And that also just makes the any percent so impressive, honestly. Like, it doesn't look like much, but if you know what's going on and know that all these enemies are flying around, and it's crazy. Okay, I got the hit there. Select the bell. As you can see now as well, the bell lamp and the rope are all positioned really nicely close to each other, which was my intention of having full inventory.
Now you must die!
So yeah, Return of Militron. He's still angry. I should still be okay health-wise. Just use spells. These little worms are incredibly annoying. I'll select the Water of Life, SMP. The worms, they don't really knock themselves back just enough to keep hitting you. So if one of the worms hits you, they completely destroy your health. Because again, no iframes. So we're now ascending. Just using the bell to get rid of the annoying flying enemies here. Jump to the roofs, because why not? Use the rope here. I don't think there's any other way to get up to this ledge. Luckily I only got hit once there. Back to the bell. The smoky flying thing is a puffish, and they'll actually blow out your lantern.
Join me, Link, and I will make your face the greatest in Korodai, or else you will die.
This face is just the most beautiful in the game. And see, bosses aren't necessarily necessary to kill if they are a refight, basically. If they finish a level, yes.
No! Not into the pit! It burns!
So yeah, Ganon is now locked up in the Book of Korodai. Korodai is safe, once again. Technically, you can still die because of those rocks, but they just don't do enough damage at this point for me.
did you do that?
I just saved you from Ganon.
You did not.
Well done, Link. Ganon is once again imprisoned. Come. Look, already Corridai is returning to harmony. The birds are singing. Isn't it beautiful?
Golly.
As it is written, you, Link, are the hero of Corridai.
I guess that's worth a kiss, huh? Ha! I won!
I won! Alright, that's the first out of the 3 Zelda games. I'll reset my CDI, because it's a top loader, and if I don't do it, the CD will keep spinning and it will have a higher chance of scratching it, which is not that great. So there will be no signal for a moment. And we'll swap over to the Wand of Gamelon. Okay. There we go. We should have a screen soon again. I'm pretty sure I scratched my original disc already, which is really annoying. The Wand of Gamelon one. Yeah, Link was rather thirsty in this game, but that also leads to the Wand of Gamelon, because it's story-wise kind of the sequel. Let's just dive right into it.
Zelda, Duke Onklet is under attack by the evil forces of Ganon. I'm going to Gamelon to aid him.
But Father, what if something happens to you?
I'll take the Triforce of Courage to protect me. If you don't hear from me in a month, send Link.
Impa?
Don't worry, Zelda. The Triforce of Wisdom promises the king will safely return.
Enough. My ship sails in the morning. I wonder what's for dinner.
Oh boy! I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok!
A whole month gone, and still no word.
I'm certain he's all right.
Yeah, that old Ganon's no match for the king.
Link, go to Gamelon and find my father.
Great! I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos!
Wake up, Impa. We're going to Gamelon.
All right, dear. I'll get the Triforce of Wisdom.
Alright. We'll dive right into it. Starting off at Aru Ainu, which is a really short level. But, it has a Dodongo in it straight away. Sadly we can't bomb it because we don't have any bombs yet. Which also makes it a bit of an annoying level to start with. And yeah, as I typed in chat, like in the Netherlands we have a ton of CDIs available for sale on the flea markets, basically, because it was a bigger thing here. Come on. Okay, got it. And the Face of Evil, Wand of Gamelon, they're not overly expensive here. Like, they're 30-40 euros. So it's not horrible. Not US prices, at least.
Everyone ran when the Gleeok came, but monsters know better than bothering me. Here's a shroud that scares the raps off Gibdo.
Okay, so we already got an item that will kill the boss. It will scare the raps of Gibdo. Gibdo is, unlike Elder Zeldas and boss in this game. We'll enter Zakado. This is the main hub, basically. It's a big town, and villagers that you'll save in this game will actually end up here. Besides the mayor will not be appearing here. So we're just getting through here. Just going to kill these enemies as we go, because it's a bit annoying. We're just doing a quick farm route here. I want to be at about 35 rubies before before I enter the store. Should be fine. But sure. 31. 31 will work. I'll do it like this. Let's grab some bombs already. Talk to him.
Course I'm on your side, but I still have to sell the stuff. Just pick what you want. I'll handle the rubies.
I do have to keep in mind that I will buy.
Sorry, Zelda. Not enough rubies. You'll have to wipe out a few more gorillas to get that.
This is a bit of a silly statement that he makes, because gorillas aren't as abundant in this game as they are in Face of Evil. And you only encounter them near the end of the game. So yeah, okay. We got a few items already, and I'm going to try a dark jump here, and it is incredibly finicky and difficult, but I think I got this, yeah, I did, good. There's a door up there, there are multiple pits in there. This jump is incredibly difficult to make blind. Come on. I want the power sword, there we go. That's the only reason why I did it. Take a that, leave the area. And I completely forgot to mention in the Face of Evil, but in these games you use rubies as your magic basically. So if you have Power Glove, it costs 10 rubies to use it. So you always need to have a stock of it. There's nothing worse than being stuck at a boss, for instance, and you need to use an item that requires rubies, and you're out of rubies. You just have to reset the level, farm some rubies, and deal with it. And this Face of Evil was actually really nice on rubies as this. Come on, there it is. But Wand of Camelot is incredibly short on rubies, so you have to be a bit careful there. So we got the key. This is also why we needed to buy the rope early. And this is one of the cutscenes that's really easy to miss, because the moment you complete Sakado, basically, you have the item that's required for the final cutscene here, and the NPC will disappear afterwards. In some cases they will just run a shorter cutscene of their previous one and it will get cut off, but yeah. Here we go.
Those darn Moblin have eaten everything. I'd give anything for an Arpagos egg.
So yeah, the Arpagos egg is part of Sakado, so normally you'd have the Arpagos egg while you come here for the first time. And it's all good, you get the item from her and she disappears. But for an all cutscenes mode, well, you want to show this. So that's why I wrote it in like this. An easy one to go to after getting the power sword. Though at one point I do want to route out the power sword and only getting the final upgrade for it, because it doesn't add a cutscene. And while it's incredibly convenient, like I'm not sure if that's necessary. Okay, ready for this one. This game is also really low on bombs. Sorry, got some of my breakfast still stuck. In case of Face of Evil, you have to use bombs quite a bit, but in Wand of Camelot there's only 3 places where you can use a bomb, and of which 1 or 2 are actually necessary and the rest isn't necessary. Okay, just checked all my items. I'll just go up already. Get lamp oil before I forget. Just completely stock up on the ropes, because ropes are used a lot in this game. yeah, they really have some special substances while creating these games. I mean, it goes without saying, these are based on the same engine. The reason behind it is that while creating these games, they didn't have that much budget, and they didn't have any quality control from Nintendo.
Hello, dearie. Oh, just a minute. Isn't it lovely? Bring some fairy dust and I'll make it a magic cloak.
Like, the only thing that Nintendo told them was like, yeah, this is what Zelda looks like, this is what Link looks like, this is what Ganon should look like, just deal with it. That's all the control that they got. So yeah, there you get this. And honestly, considering the stuff that they had, this wasn't so bad.
Do you see anything?
Yes? Oh my, your father has been captured.
What about Link?
He's been in a terrible fight. I can't tell what happened.
So yeah, this basically tells us nothing. But it's a cutscene nonetheless, and for some reason Impa is just pacing around there. Impa is pacing around in the weirdest part of the levels. With the Triforce of Wisdom, it doesn't make sense. Why would you bring the Triforce of Wisdom to an area that's basically infested by Ganon? Oh, I messed up. I had to jump a bit earlier. But it doesn't matter, I should still be fine. This tower does get a bit easier if you go to Takobi Tower beforehand. The problem is that Takobi Tower has a boulder blocking it that requires the power glove. But as a kid, we also found out already that you can also unlock or destroy those boulders by using 10 bombs. So that's how we got through that at first. Yeah, it's just much easier to actually have the power glove. Into the graveyard. This is one of the areas where you do need a bomb, because you just don't have the power glove here yet. And no way of getting it either. At the end of this area, we'll just take a death. Copy key. This unlocks the church.
For the dead shall rise, and the living shall be their slaves. She must be stopped.
So yeah, Gipto wants to stop us. We'll select the rope, climb all the way up, jump up once to make sure that we have successful, and try to find the rope. Here we have Gipto, and we got a shroud, so there we go.
The shroud! No! It's gone!
I also like how he mentioned the shroud, like he knew of the shroud before it was knitted. Anyway, this unlocks Washubi Swamp, which is one of the more dangerous areas, and I'll show you why. I kinda hope I will make it in one go, but it is incredibly dangerous and difficult to get through. Okay, so here we have to wait for a crocodile, and this crocodile will lead us to the end of this area, but he will dive beforehand. This means we have to jump off the crocodile just in time, and that is like 1-2 frame jump. Like, if you jump too early, you fall into the water. If you jump too late, you drop into the water. I'm not sure how you are supposed to do this normally, but I'm pretty sure there's no way as well. This is how I managed to do it as a kid as well. The second one, I actually managed to get both of them in the first time. That is, I'm really happy about that. Sadly, this is not the last time we'll have to do this. Because we'll have to get back to this area once more. But at least I was able to show off like this how we get through it, and it's incredibly risky.
Aren't you a mite puny to go up against Ganon?
I'll do all right.
That's the spirit. Bring some Hanyu Spore if you want a bit more punch.
Yeah, the question, how do you know what's the ledge and what is the background? Trying it out. You just have to figure it out. There's no real indication. If something looks like a platform, you can just try it. So, Hanyu Forest. These has the little Darth Vader helmets. In the first area, they're not too dangerous. They'll still destroy you if they hit you, but it's not like they follow you. While in the next area, they will actually follow you as well, and that's scary. So we just jump over them, we get 1 damage boost, get knocked forward because of that. So they'll only hit you once, but so it's not horrible. Or in this case twice, and I will die, yeah. No big issue. The biggest issue is if you get stuck with the helmet on the right side of you, because then they completely destroy you. And you shouldn't fall there because there's no way back up. At least I can't find it. So we just got Hanyu Spore. We did skip a cutscene there, but it's because the cutscene that's shown later on is a longer version of the previous one.
We have frozen the fountain of life. Oh, that was good. We have made evil.
Let's bring the darkness down.
So yeah, 3 witches. This is one of the bosses. I kind of wanted her to be on screen, but it works. I'm just going to wait for her to throw the fireballs. Use the rope up here.
All our lovely evil ruined. No!
And that takes care of them.
We're free! You saved us. Here's a life heart and some fairy dust. Have some water of life.
As is technically another cutscene, I'll just use it once more.
Have some water of life.
Because they don't have the pouch in the hand at the moment. I also love how the fairies have different hair colors. This unlocks Gobian ship. We just keep going. This chain of levels doesn't really require any specific items to continue on. So we can keep completing them, get items as we go that we can turn into different items. I want to be on this one. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that Sora. Jump on the crocodile and enter the ship. This is the door, you just have to know it. Start climbing up the mast. It's pretty straightforward. I'll grab the rope, because you can't do everything on later on. Grab the Arbutus feather, which we'll need in Unholy Forest. That's a cutscene we didn't show yet, just yet. Do Leap of Faith. Back to the door. And just finish up this level. After that, we're going back into the Washubi Swamp to get the Power Glove, which we'll need later on. And Shroud upgrade. So now we have the reflecting shield. This unlocks the Shrine of Gamelon, but yeah, we're not going there yet. It's incredibly difficult with just 4 hearts of life, and you do need the upgrade of the Shroud, so you can't even do it yet. That was early. Oh god. I'll go for it. I only have 2 chances now, so that's the biggest risk right there. So just have to make these 2 jumps, 2 frame jumps in one go. There, that's one. It's always so scary, but you can see on the way this screen scrolls, you can see whether you made it or not before the jump is finished. So on to the next. That's also good, yeah. By keep your jumping to the right, it is relatively safe because you will jump at least once or twice on the back of the crocodile, then on the tree stump. So you definitely will make it. But I'm glad that I didn't take any deaths here.
You're back! Now give me your glove! Hey! Don't worry! Here!
A power glove, great!
So yeah, this this weird little guy gives us a power glove by burning our old glove. Makes total sense. Don't question it. Now back to Unholy Forest, where we'll turn in the feather that we got. So again, the start isn't so bad. Oh, okay. That was a mistake, though. I didn't want to drop down there. Oh well. This one is salvageable. So just keep running to the right here. Doesn't matter too much if we take damage now because we'll have to take a death here anyway.
Greetings, Princess Zelda. Do you have any Arpagos feathers? Good. Then let us make a cape from your shroud. Here, I must be off.
I love that the office kind of look like looking into the camera, breaking the fourth wall there. And if we would have shown the cutscene early, let's see, I'll have to go to Sakura already. Not yet, no. Got confused there for a moment. We first have to turn in the Arpagos egg. Then next up we'll save one of the villagers. And after that we'll save Lady Elma.
This'll make a great omelet! Here!
Thanks.
I do hope that Zelda won't pursue a musical career, because that's not good. Alright, Abutaru. Abutaru is one of the areas where you would need the Power Glove. You can use the bomb to kill a Goma here. The way it looks, I will have to use bomb or... Hey, stop killing me. Bomb or the Power Glove to kill it now. I'll actually do a quick check. You know what? Fine. Normally, I would be here with full health, and in that case, you can just use the power sword while standing in the entrance, because the Goma will start chasing you, but only when you leave the entrance. So while you're there, it doesn't know what to do, and its AI just breaks.
Nice jump over the Goma pit! Here, have a drink!
Thanks.
Hey, there's a fisherman trapped in the fish head!
Really?
Really? Luckily, the Goma kill was basically neutral on the ruby count, but yeah. Because we used Power Glove here to remove this boulder. That one would normally take 10 bombs.
Thanks! You saved me! That's the last time I'm going fishing! See you in Sakado!
And the cutscenes involving him are so much worse in quality, so I really suspect an intern to be put on that. Like, there's a big difference between it, even though the cutscenes are that great to start with. Here we grab the key, it unlocks the door near the end. I'm just going to make sure that I did get the key at the previous area. I think I did. Here we can just keep walking. The arpacles are lagging the CDI quite a bit, but I want to go to the left first. Doesn't matter.
Oh dear, Wizrobe has captured Lady Alma.
I'm not afraid of you.
Ha! Then wait here until you are!
So yeah, that's how things happen here. There's just so much questionable stuff with that fisherman, honestly. I'll use the flute here. The flute is like the bell in the Face of Evil. It stops all flying enemies. There's fish jumping from the water here that count as flying enemy. By using the flute, yeah, you just completely negate them. I'm currently at 6 rubies, that's less than normal. I think we can make it work. This is enough. Incredibly annoying jump. Like, this whole climb is annoying. But we already made it. That's good. Use the rope to get here. Otherwise you're stuck. Fall down, do a jump. I had to do one more step. This is one of the... This is the only only time that there's a timed room. Like, we just have to wait here until Moblin Spear Thrower spawns. Moblin Spear Thrower will contain the key. And we can continue on.
Not the disintegration spell!
Well, that speaks for itself. Oh god, this is bad. Okay, this may actually kill it. Oh my god.
Link told me about you.
You know Link?
Sure, he gave me his canteen for a kiss.
You kissed him?
Here, it's empty anyway.
Okay, we saved Lady Alma and we unlock Resung Palace. Resung Palace is the place where Ganon resides, but we can't beat him yet, so we don't go there yet. Instead, we're going back to Sakado, and we're not in a great state. I had to use an extra bomb there, and as with the previous games, like I tried to keep the inventory lined up properly. So I'm going to do a second money run here, just to be safe. I mean, it's still a marathon. So I'll just leave the area, enter it again. Buy this one already, so don't forget that. After that we just have to buy some ropes. There we go. It's just that I used too many rubies for my liking at the moment, and I don't want to get stuck with a pop-up like not enough rubies when trying to use the power glove or something. So it's a bit of an unfortunate one. Normally this is not necessary, but luckily it doesn't take too long. But if you just paste back and forth, you only get the 1 ruby spawn, and I do want to get the 5 ruby spawns. Yeah, as well. Makes it a bit more bearable. Three of the tires coming at me. Okay, should be good. Now I have to see 57. I think I'll buy 3 of these. Just make sure that I did buy Lempo. Yes, I did. So that I don't run into the same situation as I did earlier this year. I made it through the one of the dark areas that has a pixel perfect jump, but it's just something I don't really want to do. It's so incredibly risky. Anyway, we did save a villager, and there was a blacksmith, but we can also hand in this item.
Oh, good. There. Now you can sneak up and give a monster a good shot before he sees you.
So yeah, now we got an invincibility cloak. It requires 20 rupees to use, and we never use it because it's short, it's expensive, and yeah, not worth it. Just continue walking here. There's sometimes a headshot thrower there that gives 5 rupees. But...
Look, I got a new job. Hey, bring a heat crystal. I'll fix up your sword.
So yeah, there were more of cutscenes with him, and he turned into a blacksmith. Suddenly he's like a master blacksmith, even though he was a fisherman before. We'll take a death here. Get out of Sakado. You have seen all the cutscenes that there are so far, so that's good. And we'll enter Takobi Tower, which has one of the more well-known meme cutscenes.
Oh my! It looks like everyone's been taken to Takobi Tower.
This is illegal, you know.
My cakes will burn!
I'm low on health. I don't like this. I really don't. I'll take a death. I just restarted level. Mostly because the climb up the tower is a bit annoying as well. Taking a death in the first area already is just annoying. You want to spread out that light until you reach the inside of the tower. But with the Octorok that's here and the Octorok that will be coming up, you'll take a lot of damage to start with. This Octorok is also a fun one. You kind of want to kill both the Octorok and the rock at the same time, because it makes destroying the rock neutral. Because Power Gloves 10 rubies, you get 10 rubies.
Come on, hurry! It's awful! Mayor Cavendish has been chained in the tower! Oh my cakes! Come see me in Sakado!
So yeah, we now saved the baker, the cook. Take a death here, because of this climb being this climb. Get the rope and we'll do this climb blind in the dark. It is pretty manageable. Rope or a ladder there. Climb up here. Let's see. There's a little table there that you can jump on. Yeah, these enemies just destroy you. No! Dang. I was just outside of the door's range, and yeah, then you get this. So we'll have to redo this climb. I think I'm still good on ropes. At least there's that. Okay.
You dare defy me? You will die.
Guess again, Iron Knuckle.
So yeah, we have to beat Iron Knuckle here. Get Power Glove. I died as well.
He's dead. Let's get out of here.
Wait, that actually knocked me out of the game? Oh wait, I did. Oh well. I will have to get some ropes later on. This is so bad. Okay. I died 3 times, that's true. He's dead at least, so... Can just move on. Just in case, I'll just take the death here again. I never had this happen to me before, though. Like, this is actually a first. Yeah, welcome to CDI Zelda. This tower is really trolling me right now. Okay. At least he's still dead, so no big deal. Still get the key. Just waste a bit of time. And here we have Mayor Cavendish.
Oh, the indignity! Please, Your Highness, would you kindly cut the chains that bind me?
So we have cut the chains, which have an incredibly annoying hitbox. There we go.
Ouch! Thank you, Princess. I managed to conceal this magic lantern. I hope it can be of use.
So yeah, this gives us the magic lantern. We didn't even have the first lantern yet. You don't need it to get an upgrade. The lantern was, you could get in Takobi Tower. It was stuck in one of the houses. But it just wastes time, so we don't do that. If you just move to the right there, it will immediately kill you. It's one of the Zelda CDI things. Oh, actually, let's kill these. Ah, I missed out on one of the rubies. Doesn't matter. Still don't have to use the item for it, so we gained some rubies there. I will take a death here, so I'll get hit by as many as possible. There we go. And this is the cave that I got stuck at without any lamp oil, and you'll see why this is incredibly annoying. Yeah, I'll make us hit by one. This jump here, it's near perfect, otherwise you'll just fall. You will need rope here. I still have select that here. And here we have the Gleeok. Get the heat crystal and leave the area. Right. Now we have to go back into Sakado. We've rescued everyone that we could rescue. And because I died, I'll just get some extra rope. I may as well get it now. I still had enough rubies. Let's see. 2. Fingers crossed. I think 14 ropes will be enough for this. So we'll get to the cutscenes in Sakado. It should be the last time we get here, but yeah. That's assuming I'm counting my items correctly right now. First the baker.
Your friend Link could eat 10 of these.
At least.
Ha! The Arpagos will die for them.
So this gives us a validation bread. A bread is an item that you can only use once. You just throw it out, and all the Arpagos on the screen will swarm towards it. So that would make the tower in this area a lot easier. But since we already cleared the tower, we won't use the bread ever. It's just sitting in the inventory to be basically validating a 100% run. Now we go to the smithy, we got the heat crystal. So we get the tempered sword.
Let's see. That ought to do it. Works pretty good.
I love the cutscene stuff of this guy. They're so bad. Anyway, we got the tempered sword. Let's take a death here. Don't press continue. I'll enter Dodomoi Palace, which is actually necessary, otherwise you can't progress in Rizong Palace. Starting off by killing these spiders. This is also one of those areas that can happen that I would have to do it twice.
Look how your father was captured.
You are my prisoner.
Hey!
Silence! Hectan, keep the runt in chains.
Yes, master.
This is also one of those cutscenes. Oh man, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Grab the bomb. Of course, the bomb's gone. Because of that, I missed my ride on the crocodile. Into the next area. Crouch there to avoid the first hit. Then we will just be able to jump through this area. These will hit us, but it doesn't really matter. This screen lags like crazy. For pretty obvious reasons. Too much happening for its DI to handle. One of the Darknuts there had a key. It's the one that spawns on the right most, but since they'll basically be on top of each other, you can't really measure that. Walk past this Wallmaster. Normally you would have to enter that door, but we will miss out on the cutscene if we do. So we go all the way here first. I accidentally bombed. I'm going to select a different item right now. Just to make sure that we don't accidentally use the last bomb. There's a little platform here. There we go. I'll wait for the spiders to reach past me. I didn't really want to get hit. Ah, that's bad. This is bad. Yeah. I'll just restart this section. It is possible, as you can see, to bypass these wall masses without getting hit, but it's incredibly difficult. There's no really obvious pattern to it. I normally would take one death in this area anyway, so the fact that I took it already now doesn't really matter too much.
Hectan is dangerous.
Ready? Am I here? Or here? Or here? Next.
So yeah, for some reason Hectan is in this area. Impa is in this area. All the way in the palace at the back end of it. Like, I don't know what she's doing there, but there we have it. I'll use the magic lantern. On near that area. That way we only have one more oil, but it should be enough for the last dark room. And this is just to find out like where I am. There we go. Kill that Darknut. 3 hearts isn't great for this area, but I'll have to make do. Because yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of water drops falling. Oh man, I didn't get hit at all. That's personal best, man. Alright, now it's time to fight Hector. He's dangerous. Just waiting for him to fire once more before I kill him. There we go.
You've killed me!
Good.
So yeah, welcome to Zelda's descent into psychoness.
Duke Unclid betrayed the king!
I know.
Strike the head of the portrait to enter Unclid's chamber.
Thanks.
Okay. So we can now save Duke Unclid. Or save. Capture. So we have to run all the way back. Luckily we did get a health refill. Fall down here. We have to now backtrack all the way. And yeah, you will get hit there. I don't want to get hit overly much, so that this loss a little bit is manageable. But you would only get hit once, so it's not a big deal. There we go. Get the key. There we go.
Don't hurt me, Zelda. I'll tell you the secret way into Resong Palace.
You better talk fast.
Go all the way left and move the rock. This key opens the gate.
I'll make sure he doesn't get away.
So we just the small key is not a big key. I didn't touch up on that, but Wand of Gamelon actually has like keys between levels. Like Face of Evil, if you get a key, that it unlocks something within that level. But at Wand of Gamelon, we've got the multiple keys that unlocks doors in different levels. So it was obvious that there were different teams working on the game as they were being developed, but or at least different design decisions being made. And this is one of the more fun characteristics of Wand of Gamelon. Personally, I do still like Face of Evil more than this. That's more because it's a bit more of my childhood. See, I have to jump here. I'm just using a ton of ropes here because I don't like this area. And once it gets dark, it's really annoying to get through. Luckily, I do still have 4 more oil to use, because I'll likely need it. And there we go. Yeah. That leaves these eyes tend to wait a little bit. Use the left lamp oil. Luckily, it doesn't take up an inventory slot item. Jump up so they don't fall down again. And this lady is here again.
This light will penetrate the dark around Ganon, but only the wand can defeat him. Good luck!
So yeah, we got the final lamp upgrade, and now we can either die or just go to the end level. This tends to be quicker. Okay, I was almost going into the wrong area. We had to go to the Shrine of Gamelon first. And after that we are heading into the Resong Palace.
Oh dear, Omfak is guarding the shrine.
Whatever I see, I shall devour.
Yeah, as mentioned in chat, like the graphics for the time it was created was pretty good. The sound was as well, but indeed the animation, the cutscenes aren't that great. But they do add the value to this game. It's a blast. I really enjoy playing them environmentally. Joby, stand on the ledge here because we need to make the jump with the magic cape. It's still a really tight jump even with the magic cape. Yeah, we're at Omfak. She enjoys killing at this point, so yeah, this was the first game in which you could actually Zelda. Zelda's Adventures, wrong level. Zelda's Adventure is the second one, which will be after this. Because I wanted to play Face of Evil first, and then followed up by this one, because of lore reasons. Because story-wise, this the Wand of Gamelon follows Face of Evil, even though they were basically released like you would nowadays have a Pokemon Red and Blue release. They were released on the same day, both games. Now, this is like the flute. Use it for the keys. They're just a bit annoying. Oh god, that's really bad actually. I didn't want to play. I'm just going to restart it. I need all my life here. So I don't want to get hit by one of those rolling thingies. They do a bit too much damage for that, and normally you wouldn't get hit by it. It's the first time I was hit by it since I basically started playing this game. And at that point it one-shot me because I was low from the keys already. There you go. So they'll keep following you. So you have to rush through this area. Jumping. Have to deal with this dark nut. You just jump off it. Take a few hits there. It doesn't really matter too much. And here's Impa.
It's too dark to see Ganon, but the Triforce says you can only win by falling. I wonder what that means.
I wonder indeed. So yeah, this just gives you a hint on how to complete this level. Did get a bit too much there. Overall not too horrible. This area also lags a lot, like there's way too many things falling. Select Power Glove. And the annoying one part of this game is that you don't really run into any water of life, so you can't fill the canteen. Unless you go out of your way. Let's kill these Korea. I think these were the first Koreas we actually... Oh no, we encountered a few in our organic forest. But yeah, that shows how silly the voice line of the shopkeeper was. Like, kill some of these Koreas that you encounter at the end of the game. Okay, got some extra rubies. There we go. We are still good on rope. I think I estimated it correctly. So like we need one or two, at least one moment. The door that we passed just now had Ganon in it, but we can't unlock it yet. Because we can only win by falling, and that's done here. We fall into this little, in the well. Continue falling. Climb up here, because we have to get a key. I kinda don't think we'll make it with just 2 lives. I'm willing to try it. I mean, why not? Okay, we definitely will not. Come on, come on. Yeah, we did. Great. Take a death. Death warp. Okay, this was optimal. I didn't expect to make it. luckily the estimate allows this stuff. And it makes up a bit of time compared to what I lost earlier. Alright. Get the Korea again. And we're slowly getting to the end of this game. This rope. Climb up. Yeah. Use the bell. The blowfish, the floating thing with smoke can actually turn off your light, so we don't want that to happen. Sometimes I do intentionally let that happen so that I have light while in Candle's lair. But I think we're still good on that. But I had to refresh the light previous time already. Jump on this little ledge to be able to get up here. Now we have to deal with Ganon, so we selected Wanted Gamelon. And we'll go for the swag throw.
You dare bring light to my lair? You must die!
With the little frog eyes. Okay, climb up here. Swag throw.
The chains! No! You haven't seen the last of me!
And this is why lore is a thing. We just locked him up in the Book of Korodai again. So that's why Face of Evil is technically before Wanted Gamelon. Just climb up and save the game. Come on. Final walk around.
Father!
You saved me!
Here's the traitor, your majesty. Please, your omnipotence, have mercy.
After you've scrubbed all the floors in Hyrule, then we can talk about mercy. Take him away.
Yes, my liege.
I wonder what happened to Link.
Oh, he was a bore anyway.
Stop looking at yourself. What happened? Nothing, Link. We were just about to have a feast.
Great!
It's beautiful. Okay, I hope you guys liked the good Zelda games. Because I'll turn off CDI now to swap discs for the last one, Zelda's Adventure. That one will start off with a nice cutscene as well. During that cutscene I'll actually take a quick toilet break, so I can't skip it anyway. That's the only cutscene that I technically can skip, but you'll need it for the lore. Okay, CDI back on. So while this is booting, I'll be right back. Enjoy the cutscene.
be no more viewing tonight. Ah, the scroll of Shermak, bearer of sad news these many years ago. And so it was that Ganon, Lord of Darkness, had taken over Ptolemaic. He had stolen the treasured celestial signs and captured Link. A brave warrior would have to be found to face this evil monster.
Yeah, please stay for the viewing.
And so I found this champion of strength and courage. It is you, Princess Zelda. With this magic pendant, go forth, and with each sign you gather, so too will you gain knowledge. Find your magic wand, use it wisely, and listen to your allies along the way. Go now, my princess, restore the celestial signs and rescue Link.
Welcome PDT. PDT is also one of the Face of Evil runners. He runs on a special CDI 370, which is an interesting one. Let's see, I think I can create a game here. But fingers crossed, the game hasn't crashed on me as of yet, so this CDI seems stable enough to deal with it. I did make a safety save. I did do the air one, I think, but didn't get around to that one. But I did make a safety save at Shrine of Water, just in case. Yeah, do it. It's an amazing one. Let's just go into it. The game has behaved quite well for me, so I'm trusting it. My old CDI, the 210 model that I got from my father, that one couldn't run this game. It would crash after every 2 shrines or something, and eventually at the 6th shrine it couldn't read the disc properly. But I have 2 CDIs that can actually run this game, so that's good. I'll actually kill these rolling heads for the time being, because I want rubies. So yeah, as you noticed, we suddenly have different kind of colors of rubies again. In this case, blue rubies are 5 and yellow are 10. Those are the only colors you'll see. For some reason, the ruby that Zelda has in her pocket is white. Don't question it. But this game is a complete different beast than the previous 2D Zeldas. So, as mentioned in chat before, like people may recognize it from Angry Video Game Nerd and his sketch of showing off drinking something in between loading screens. It's not a joke. It really is that bad.
Come here, bright young lady.
Yeah, this looking like complete garbage is about correct. I started off playing the only Face of Evil and wanted Gamelon, and I eventually wanted to be able to speedrun the entire Unholy Triforce, so I picked this game up as well with help of Dorganaut. And yeah, here I am. There are emulators that run this game, but it has a big issue. After you die in the emulator actually crashes. But they do make the load screens more bearable, and the same with PDT's CDI, the 370. It also makes the load screens a lot more manageable. Yeah, loading actually stops everything. It's really bad. I am just trying to kill a few extra spiders here because I want to get A bit of health still. The worst thing is that on YouTube there is a soundtrack available, like the soundtrack that didn't get into the game, but it actually has really good music. They just couldn't make it work. So I am still planning to do a run at one point where I just swap the soundtrack tracks as the screens where they should be played to play that music.
Beware the evils of greed.
So yeah, it's all voiced, and because it's all voiced, you can do a little trick. Right now, a voice clip is about to play, but by selecting an item in between or going into the menu,
Princess.
we basically change the bit of which sound has to be played, and it completely plays a different sound than it normally would have. So I tend to play around a bit with that. Come on, die. The tactites are incredibly annoying. I believe that a burned copy also worked for me on my CDI actually. PT. I'm not sure. I did get an officially reburned one basically. It's not official, but it is done by a normal printing service basically, and that one also works. So I have 2 discs that currently work for me. Well, as backup basically.
Oh, what do we have here? A human person's coming close. Why, what a great event!
So yeah, we had to wait for that chest to stop talking and spit out the ring, because we need the ring to kill these 3 of these goons. And this game is incredibly janky. Like, I'll likely take a death here and there simply because of the game. It really has issues. And if you would look at the map, I didn't pick up the map in this case. The map doesn't make sense either. When I was playing this casually, I tried to play it blind. And that's the one big mistake. So if you play this, please have some sort of guide to guide you through it, because going through this blind is near impossible. It doesn't make any sense.
I thought I was alone here. Lord, an enemy is in your cave.
So he keeps talking while he's dead. Oh dang, it's $500 in the US PDT. Netherlands it's about 200 euros. Not as bad, but even then I kind of don't want to. I mean, I have 2 discs now that work. One is a white label disc that was used for demo pods at stores. But even though it's a white label demo disc, it has the full game on it, so it's weird. Select the wand again so that we can kill this keys. And next up we'll get a nice item. The red boot. And I'm pretty sure people here played Zelda games, so you know what this does. And yeah, it doesn't speed you up at all in this game. It allows you to traverse one specific river.
I said this is my cave, mine. This is the shrine of rock and I am Lord. Go away. Take the thing. It's all mine.
So that's Lord. That's the boss of the game, and in 2 or 3 screens will actually be there. We have to kill 1 more of the goons. Which will be done here.
Hey, who goes there? Aren't you an enemy of my boss, Lord? You can't come in here.
Alright. Back to the wand, and let's kill Lord.
You've been taking my things. Put them back. Don't touch anything. Those are all my gems.
Basically, getting hit by his axe isn't the worst thing, but getting hit by his body is... Yeah, you don't want that. I'm taking that risk right now. Ah, I bet. There's about 1 hour and 10 minutes, I would say. Nah, yeah, 1 hour 10 minutes, thereabouts. Depends a bit how some of the shrines go, but
My things. Put them back.
I think that's pretty
Those are all my gems.
good at it. 1 hour 10, 1 hour 15. There we go. That's how it should look.
Congratulations, Zelda. You have prevailed. Hurry now. You must travel to a placed festival. Rumor tells it is found in the great forest to the north. And remember, all is not what it seems.
This game is incredibly janky when it comes to walking as just that. It's too easy to get stuck in terrain and whatnot, so that tends to throw you off. And some of the shrines have slippery floors as well, which doesn't make things easier. And I apologize in advance because there is a slight chance that a cutscene will not load in the sound properly. Like, it's not a disc issue, it's just a game issue. But I don't know that in advance, so... I'm sorry for the headphone users that just woke up rudely. It will happen again in a moment. We just take a death warp here, because we want to be back in this area. And as you maybe remember, we grabbed a canteen earlier. We were asked to fill it, so we'll do that. And the river you see above there is the one river we can now traverse with the boots. Normally you're not allowed to do it, so you're basically forced into the dungeon or into the shrine. Otherwise you're just stuck in this area. Which is a nice thing to do, I guess, but you can still get the boots before beating Lord. So we just filled the canteen. We'll take a death here by the gorillas. Those are gorillas, by the way. And then walk back to the lady that wanted water. Because for some reason she couldn't get it herself. In this game, Zelda gets progressively stronger as she beats bosses, so there's nothing noticeable, like you don't get certain armor or whatnot. But at one point you just start taking a lot less damage. Or doing a lot more damage. Like moblins don't take 4 hits anymore, they take 2, that kind of stuff. So we'll just yeet the water towards her, and she'll drop.
Bless you, princess.
Yeah, what does she drop? I mean, what does it look like to you? It's apparently a vial of wind. I don't know if you would make a vial of wind look like that, but here we are.
Oh!
There's a beggar lady there, we completely ignore her.
Welcome to the Moblin's Head Inn, my princess. You look dry. Have a cup of Andor cider on the house.
Why spend a whole lifetime being defeated like me? Get it over with, quick. Go home. Give up.
So we just bug this guy.
You're patient. I can see you're not one to surrender. All right, take this dagger from me. It may do you more service than it ever did me.
Okay, we got the dagger. The dagger is necessary to kill the wizrobes with.
Oh, fair prince, pity your suffering.
And just continue on. We have to go to the next area, to the forest, and eventually to the next shrine. I'm being careful with these, with the overworld, because if you die on the overworld, you'll respawn, as you just noticed, like back at the starting location, and especially when you're heading towards the third shrine or the fourth shrine or whatnot, like you're really far into the game, and you'd have to pass all these loading screens again. Oh, just because this is a lore percent, have fun listening to this.
Those moblins out there are so slow and stupid. They're still trying to eat their soup with a fork.
So yeah, enjoy your dreams tonight, guys. There's a few of these things that I'll just show off, because we're running a lore game. Normally I would skip that mushroom.
Hello there, miss. Watch how you go.
There's one more that I do want to show, and that's in the town. There's just some people making really bad jokes. He may be a Goomba, actually, yeah. Oh, I went too far down. Oh well. Have an extra loading screen. And these Tektites, they are get incredibly annoying. They can get stuck underneath Zelda and drain her health. I'll just show some of the fun voice clips here.
Hi there. Don't worry about the dog, he won't bite. I wish he did bite, then there'd be a little excitement here in Great Wimbish.
He's bored. Okay, so these guys.
Hello, little one. I hope I can be of help to you. Did you see my dog out on Upper Street? How did he smell?
With his nose, of course.
But they have more.
Is a shrine a thing to be taken lightly? No, and a candle is needed to light a shrine. We may joke to pass the time, Princess, but we are all troubled about the future of Ptolemac. You must seek out the tablets and save us.
So that took me by surprise the first time I got there.
I don't want to see you again.
Okay, let's select the ruby. We actually want to buy items.
At last.
I don't want to see you again.
So yeah, actually I have to select the ruby to buy items in this game. It's just dumb. And then you have to go back to your weapon, otherwise you will basically throwing weapons at throwing rupees at your enemies, and that tends not to work. At least not here. You may be able to pay off some enemies in real life, but you know. Sadly, we cannot hit the NPCs. Okay, so there's a route differentiation that I can take. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the risk.
Good morning.
Basically, we're now skipping through a voice clip, just for another voice clip to happen and give us an item eventually. But I could go to the right screen before this and pick up an extra life heart and grab the noise spell. Noise spell is needed to kill a pulse voice, generally. It basically uses a few rubies, create noise, and pulse voice doesn't like that. However, we can also not do that. And because of the loading screens, not doing it is quicker if we don't die in the Shrine of Illusion. So fingers crossed there. I'll let you know when it's time for it, but yeah, you'll see it. It's an incredibly dumb thing, and it's a really dumb kind of time save, but it is still one. So, we're now in the Shrine of Illusion. It's like a little circus tent. I am trying my best to stay at full health, because we'll need it. This place is horrible. So yeah, some few stealth ones, no big deal. Where's he going? I've never seen him walk there. Can I walk there? I can. That's good. But yeah, this place has a lot of doors that you just can't enter. Oh yeah, and enjoy the music. The music is great in this in this shrine. Oh god. I'm so sorry. So we got the key. Go up because all the doors don't work anymore. Kill this fire. Skip the map. We don't need it. And here's the pulse voice. So for the next 1 minute and 40 seconds, enjoy the music. I'm going to have a drink. This is 1 minute and 40 seconds of hitting this pulse voice. We hit it about 300 times, something like that. And this is quicker than getting the noise spell to kill him fast. I like the ruby count actually. I think that's the only way to make it bearable right now. I really hope we only have to do this once. I promise he'll die eventually. There we go. Now we'll select the dagger, take a breather from the music for a moment. And we have to cross this weird bridge. Kill the wrist ropes, because if you kill all the wrist ropes here, it will drop the compass. I do want this wrist rope to come to the left side. Come on. Come on, this rope. There you go. If he's up there around that red thingy, he can actually hit his projectiles through it and destroy Zelda. Okay, this place has a slippery floor, so let's hope we don't get hit as much at least. And we don't fall, good. I'm okay with this. We have to kill these flying eyeballs here. I'm really okay with this. I tend to get hit there because, yeah, it's completely random what they will fire and you can't really avoid it. And if you're really unlucky, you take damage and you fall off the platform, so you have to start at the beginning of the dungeon again. Luckily, it doesn't respawn everything at that point, but that's also a thing that can happen. Like, if I die, every enemy respawns. That includes the pulse voice that I just spent 1 minute and 40 seconds on. But I'm glad I got through this so relatively easily. I'm going to knock on wood here because, yeah, we're far from done with this shrine. So a few more of these eyeballs. They do tend to drop health, along with the Stelphos later in the shrine. So we do get some safety there. What doesn't suck about the game? Huh. I don't know, for some reason it did grow on me. I did start liking it. But yeah, there's a lot wrong with this game, as you may have figured. So we kill the Maria. We get a knife. Knife is used once, and it's used here to cut open the tent. If you die and everything respawns, the tent has been fixed already, so there's also that. And yeah, I'm running this on an original console. I'm using a 510 model. I'm not liking the sound my...
Look to your heart, look to your dreams. You'll find that nothing is what it seems.
I'm not liking the sound my headset is currently making. Pretty much telling me that it's running out of juice. Anyway, that was Pascanat. He's the boss of this shrine. So we just destroy these Stelphos, use this dark room. I'm pretty good on Ruby so far. This is nice. At least the music changes a little bit. Stelphos. Coming up are some screaming bugs. Screaming brain bugs. I don't know how to describe them otherwise. But they're scary, they do a lot of damage. And I want them dead. You know what? Die. Okay. There's one more of those, and then we have a room with wallmasters. We may see them. They're really shy, but yeah, no guarantees. Ah, we saw 2 wallmasters. That's more than I would normally see. That's also the only room that I know of with wallmasters. There you go. And now for Pascanat. Hit him again.
Welcome,
hit him again.
my lovely. Come, sit
damage
and
doesn't
rest.
really matter.
But first, let me give you one small test.
There we go. And he's dead. I'm going to try to find a quick cable to give my headset some juice. One moment.
Sweet victory, but your journey has barely begun, my child. Beware of dangerous waters that await you, and watch for the mists high in the mountains.
Alright, just in time. Dang, I didn't want to go this way actually. Because I was quite well on health earlier. I didn't pick up one specific item yet. So let's go there. Yeah, I do think it having the Zelda name is not doing it any favors right now. My headset seems to be acting up a little bit. It's a bit annoying. I guess my voice is still good, so then it'll be fine for me. It's mostly the sound from the game that's acting up a bit for me. So let's get the broad sword.
Hail, Princess Zelda, friend of Shermac. I am Sir Basil of Tolemac, and Shermac has sent me to assist you.
You seem tired now, Zelda.
Even the game is trying to tell you to quit. Like, don't do this. You're tired. But no, here I am. There's a golem sitting there. He can't throw anything at you. He's just positioned in a way that he's sitting at the river and he's just throwing those rocks at the river or something. It doesn't do anything. Bypass all this, all fine. And because we skipped a voice line before,
I would like to give you a feather as a sign of my affection. This will take you to new heights.
so he gives us a feather now. Normally he's first telling you that the inside of the inn is dangerous or whatnot. So you have to go inside, then go outside, and you'll actually get the feather. And the feather is necessary for the third shrine. There's a spider inside these trees here. I'm just bypassing the moblin. And I'm going to grab the safety heart here. It's just, yeah, safety. It's a small detour that takes like 20 seconds or so. If I don't get stuck in the environment. Which is not unlikely. Okay, they got the wrong route there. This is the downside, okay. You don't see where you're going, so just try to wiggle your way through the tree branch. There we go, you got it. Sorry if you hear my sniffing in between, I have a bit of a sinus infection, so... Okay, so this golem has a lot of reach for some reason with his arm, so I always tend to kill it. He does a lot of damage otherwise. These tech types aren't as horrible because they don't do as much damage, but the next ones coming up do again. I either want to be at near full health or near death when I reach the shrine, because I will make my decision whether I will have to take a safety death or not a lot easier. At least my Rubicon is actually really good so far. But yeah, we have to walk quite a way. And the woman we passed a few screens earlier, she actually gives you the noise spell. That's why you can already see like it's quite a way out of the way to get there before you go to the Shrine of
What foolish
Illusion.
human comes this
And that's
way?
why we skip it. I think this game came out like 1 year after the Western release of Link to the Past. I do know that with this game and the other games, the other Zelda games from the CDI, they only had Zelda 1 and 2 as reference. They didn't have Link to the Past just yet. I'm just trying to knock enemies into the wall, just to knock them there. Nah, Sita, Face of Evil came out 1 year before this, so just 1 year for the best. 4 hearts. I'll let the shrine decide.
Come in. Sit with me. Warm yourself by the fire.
So this bird will take you to the shrine. Stand there. If the tornadoes are kind, I will not take that. This whole shrine is ice physics, by the way. It's an air shrine, but ice physics. Okay, they are not super kind. I may still do it depending on the next ones. Nah, I'll take that. Makes safer. It's worse to take it out near the end of the dungeon, because then it takes like 5 minutes to get back to where you were. So I'd rather do it now. Try to get through this with as much life as possible. See, now the tornadoes kind. The tornadoes can actually be killed by using the calm spell. And the calm spell was purchasable at the Moblin had in where we got the dagger. But it costs 100 rubies. And honestly, like, these are the only 2 screens where there's tornadoes, so it feels like a bit of a waste. These are just flies. I mean, can't make anything better out of it. There we go. Full health, bow and arrow. We're good. Yeah, the 2D Zeldas have a lot better cutscenes, honestly. Like, these have special cutscenes because they're yeah, they're fully acted and whatnot. And the sound effects are so bad. But yeah. Okay. Be nice, little cotton candy. The cotton candy can actually block your entrance there. So you're just stuck there. And these also tend to drop a lot of life, which is good. But we need the compass. The compass does not do what you think it does in this game. Normally, in any other normal Zelda game, like, compass will just show, like, hey, there's chests here, or treasure, and that kind of stuff. And the boss room is here. In this game, when you can only use the compass in the overworld, and it will teleport you to the entrance of the dungeon, which is kind of convenient actually, because we will use that to get to areas that are far out of the way, so we don't have to bypass all the load screens at that point. I will actually kill these weird floating head thingies. They do a lot of damage. As you can see, like, they can get stuck at Zelda. Yeah, it's scary. Here we got some mosquitoes. I hope you guys like mosquito sounds. Just as I say that, they don't make noise. What's this? Ah, there we go. So like all other Zeldas, CDI Zeldas, using items with projectiles and whatnot costs rubies to use. Bow and arrow is only 1 ruby, so it's not so bad. But dagger is 2 or 3. And the blue ring, which does a lot of damage, like 32. Oh, this voice clip can be incredibly funny. I'm going to break it because of that. This cotton candy is not supposed to say what he's now going to say.
Not Zelda, we are both standing within the charmed circle now, and we will not be harmed when we practice. You must strike me when my sword is raised. Try.
I've been incredibly unlucky that he didn't register any hits twice or 3 times there. It's just something that can happen with this game, with this boss. And it wouldn't be a Zelda game without sliding puzzles, so slide puzzle. So we have a few more mosquitoes here. I do want to grab the rubies at this point, because the fourth shrine actually also is quite intensive on rubies, and after that we are pretty much fine, but yeah, just to be sure. There we go. Select the bow and arrow again. And let's, we have to spawn a bridge here. So I tend to do this setup. I just have to fire the bow and arrow twice and it kills the enemy. You can kill him in the first cycle already, but it's a bit more tight on timing, and you have to position yourself correctly. And as you can see, like, I'm trying to get to the next area. I just get stuck in the terrain. That's just a thing.
Some feathered friends for you to play with.
Okay, you heard the boss there. The boss will actually be killed with the feather. So selecting the feather, go into the boss room. Just position myself properly here. Like, can do 3-4 hits like this, and move to the side to make sure that I accidentally hit the boss with my wand. Hitting it with the wand basically negates the damage from the feather itself. There we go. And that's the third shrine.
You are a brave princess indeed. Your quest continues to the northwest, to a place of burial where destiny can be challenged. Remember, nothing is written, Zelda. You alone control your fate, no matter how loud the voices of doom may be.
Yeah, Jess, and they really look like ice-skating turkeys. Like, a lot of the enemies in this game are models with clay, so it look really weird. I don't even know why the boss says there are some feathered friends to play with, because they're not feathered. Anyway, we're going to go to the fourth shrine. The fourth shrine is pretty close by.
Sit with me. Warm yourself
We
by the...
walked past it as we went to the third shrine. But if you didn't clear this shrine, the fourth shrine doesn't have a hitbox to enter it. So you actually need to do things in order. I do know that some Zelda CDI players have tried clipping into the door, which is possible, but it just doesn't have any hitbox to register entering it, so you can't go there early. Would have been nice, otherwise you can just skip the Shrine of Air.
Something.
But for some reason, yeah, this game has quite a few speedrunners actually, like, considering a CDI game, you know. Something like 6-7 people on leaderboards. Which is surprising. And thank you, someone.
What
Welcome.
foolish human comes
Enjoy.
this?
So, Shrine of Destiny, the shrine that kills runs. I'll just select the bow and arrow straight away. We first run into a few pulse voices. We will just run past them, and I hope they're kind. They're not kind. They're not kind at all. No. Oh man. Taking one hit or two maybe at most is fine. Yeah, this is quite a bit. Let's just see how it goes. I am scared though, because this shrine has Gyptos. Gyptos are... They do something like 2.5 hearts of damage. They're horrible. The first set of Gyptos can somewhat be manipulated and can be worked around, but yeah, let's see how they act this time. Okay, he's stuck in the corner. I can just kill him there. You just don't want them to hit you, basically. I do hope the other Gypto gets stuck in. Yeah, he does. Okay, this is incredibly lucky. Less so that we didn't get any hearts, but let's make the best of it. We'll select the ring, the blue ring again. Does tons of damage, and we don't really have a way to manipulate them here. And there's a set of three of Gyptos, and yeah, I kind of want to get them to take as many hits as possible from my ring. Let's use one more. Okay, I'm not happy with this. Come on, die. Yeah, there we go. Life heart. Oh man, that's scary. This is why runs die here. Like, if you die in this area instantly, your PB is dead. In the worst case, I can do this area once more for safety purposes. Oh yeah, people fall asleep on the pianos here. In the worst case, I can do this area once more, and then try to grind a few more rubies. But yeah, in my estimate, I tend to include one shrine redo, basically. Some more Gyptos here. I'm not taking much risks here. I'm just going to stand here, let them come at me while I'm swinging my wand. That's pretty much the safest way you can do it. But yeah, in the previous Gypto room, you can't really do it because of the anti-fairy spawn. But we're not out of the woods just yet. This shrine is really something. Next up, we have some Wizropes. And one of the Wizropes can troll you incredibly hard, so I just want to kill the one the furthest away. Come on. No, no, no. This is really bad. So yeah, the leftmost Wizrope was trolling me. He got stuck inside my wand, and he can't be killed, but he can still damage me. Okay, this is good. This felt good. You can't be shitting me. I'm trying to reset this room. this is some incredibly hard trolling right here. Okay, this is good. I don't mind getting hit there once. Okay. We're relatively good now. But this is scary, because I can only take one more hit, then I die and everything respawns. And we have the life heart there. I'm not going to get... I'm getting baited with the fire. That was... I shouldn't have done that. Let's see, we have 137. I'll grab a few rubies. I don't trust this. But yeah, that was some major trolling right there. Like, it doesn't really matter too much if one of the wrist ropes gets stuck, as long as the other wrist rope dies, basically. Then afterwards you can just respawn restart that room and take it out. This is actually really bad. I didn't take that thingy, but I can use this. Okay, this the first time that this went so bad during the marathon. Really unlucky, but we'll make the best out of it. Estimates should still be
Come
okay,
in.
I
Sit
guess.
with me. Warm yourself by the...
So yeah, we'll just walk back to the shrine, get some more rubies as we go. I'll otherwise kill a few moblins. Because we have to re-kill those, get those, so. Let's hope that drops are kind to us. Yeah, I never had this bad luck during that shrine in particular. It's crazy. Yeah, that part with the wrist ropes was also ice physics, so that didn't help either. There we go. I'll kill a few more moblins and we'll just go from there.
What?
Like there's 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 on the side. And thank you, Karul. Welcome to this run again. We are lucky on these drops, so that's good. It actually gives me a bit more breathing space with the moblin, with the Gyptos in that case. There we go. It's just pure improvisation right now, how to deal with this. The P rupees are worth 10, so those are preferred.
What foolish human comes this way?
Stuck in the terrain.
She.
And let's enter the shrine again. Depending on what the pulse voice do, I may just take that in the shrine, so I don't have to walk all the way back, but I also don't get in a bad position. And now they are kind. That's not fair. Alright, we'll deal with it.
Hey, my welcome is not a warm one.
I just glitched out the sound. The sound clip you heard was from one of the final bosses, Warbane. Now let's kill the Gyptos. Like I want as much alive as possible, as you could see earlier. It's just the game being janky, you can call this. Gyptos go away. Oh, yeah, I'll just take that. I'm not going to risk it. It's better to take the death now and then take it again at the wrist ropes. With some luck we can just get through this with full life now. Resetting it. That pulse voice did not look like he was going to let me pass. There we go. There we go. Just one hit. That's okay. But that's also the annoying part of the Gyptos. Like, they can just lock you up there. But it is still the safest way to deal with it.
Do you still want...
Right. Back to this piano, sleeping guy in the piano room. Away. Yes. You may get stuck there, that's fine. That's fine, get down. Sit there. That's good. Maybe great. Alright. Some rubies, also nice. Back to the ring. The problem is that you can't overuse the ring because you need the dagger for the wrist ropes, which also costs rubies. So that makes this all a pretty scary place. Walk on a bit. Make sure that they take as many hits as possible. There we go. This is good. I'll just take those few hits. It's okay. Okay, this is looking good, but again, I can still get trolled pretty hard by the wrist ropes. Even on rubies, like in most of my runs, I'll be out at about this amount of rubies, so that's still fine. So, to kill the two Gyptos still. With most enemies I would just hold forward and hit my sword, hit my wand. Because then you actually do keep moving, but with Gyptos that's too dangerous because you'll likely get into their hitbox. Even though I want to get those rubies, like, I'm not getting it. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's hope that the wrist ropes are nice to me this time. At the very least, I want to kill the furthest away one first. But this is good. Like, getting hit there, you know, fine. I'll deal with it. I'll grab the rubies in this case. Wrist ropes can still knock you off. That's basically what happened before. I didn't notice that at first. I thought I died, but they knocked me off the platform, so it brought me back to this part of the shrine. This is how you normally do it. Like, in the best case, that wrist rope would also come, but worst case you do this, you'll be fine. Okay, we're good. For some reason these birds make the same sounds as wrist ropes, but I'm not going to question it. This game has too much going on to be questioned. So yeah, and ice physics, keep that in mind. Falling down here means restarting the dungeon. Luckily not with all enemies, but you still don't want to fall. Okay, we're basically safe now. So yeah, that did have some time lost, but yeah, so be it. This game is pretty brutal.
Zelda!
I'll swap to the wand, because I don't want to waste too many rubies.
I am your destiny!
Hit that orb. And let's go face Malmort.
So you found Malmort's home at last? Now touch your wand to the stone on the right. For I am Malmort, who controls future and past.
Hitbox.
And I will make us even in magic and might.
There we go. That's Malmort. He doesn't do much. He just walks around.
Bravo! Once again, you have proven you are worthy of your quest. Hurry now. Waters of healing and renewal await you. Remember to look for the great sea island to the south.
If the Martin would be a lot behind, I could make up some time at this point, but I'm not going to do it because we're still pretty good on time as far as I know. I did make a save in the Shrine of Water, which is the next shrine, and it would have prevented a lot of traversing, but I think even with this estimate we're still pretty okay.
What?
Just have to hope that Shrine of Water is kind to me. That's basically the last shrine that can really destroy me. The last two shrines are really easy. But for the sake of completion, we'll just go there the original way. This is also why I tend to give up a higher estimate for Zelda's Adventure alone, because there's just so much that can go wrong simply by the game being the game. Anyway, we're now going to the Shrine of Water, as I mentioned earlier. The Shrine of Water is located to the south, so basically where we were just at the complete north side of the area map. We're now going to the south area. That's why taking that there is just a lot easier, a lot quicker. Just walk through the water here. We'll bypass these moblins, or we'll kill the moblins and then enter the cave. The cave has a harp in it, as every Zelda game has some sort of musical instrument. The harp in this case, I think, returns you to the start of the shrine when you're inside the shrine, so I don't know why you would ever want to use that. So we'll walk past that. Ignore the harp, it only takes up inventory otherwise. I'll skip those weird sounding ducks. Pretty sure a lot of these sound effects were taken at a petting zoo or something, but yeah, it just doesn't seem to fit that well. Come on. That's not that great. Not that great as another segment, actually. That's basically what happens if you get stuck in a hitbox. Just thinking if I actually killing some enemies still on the way. I don't think I am. Which is scary because we do have to kill a mini boss near the Shrine of Water. So I hope that boss will be kind to me and I don't die there. Birds are always jerks. If that mini-boss will kill me, because there's just not much room to move around. He tends to do 2.5 hearts sometimes, so it may be fine. If that happens, I'll just load Shrine of Water save, because it's just 1 screen or 2 screens away at that point. Anyway, we want to take this raft. We can't use our own raft, even though we picked one up. And then we'll select the ruby, because this shoddy raft costs 20 rubies to use.
Bring us 20 rubies and a vial of wind. Yeah.
Alright. Let's hope the boss works with me. So we're just chilling here now. And thank you, Shiner, for the raid here. I hope everyone that came from Shainer's stream will enjoy this janky game. Beautiful part of Zelda CDI lore. Okay, work with me, work with me. Yes, good. I'll still take a death inside the shrine to reset my life, but I don't have to reload my save of shame, so that's good. I think due to the bad luck, we may go slightly over the estimate, but only slightly. So the vengeance was not kind to me today. Generally, when I'm at Shrine of Strength, it will take like 10 to 15 minutes at most to finish the game. So let's see how the Shrine of Water goes, because this one is again a shrine where you can just take random damage like that. The spear coming through the wall. It's completely random when this happens. Normally I will take damage here, so I'll just deal with it now. With that, restart the shrine while I'm still hurt again. Because that wall also has spears coming through it, I just run through it. It's not safe to stand around there. So that means that I want to have like 2 hearts of damage taken at the end of that screen. But here, another spear stab. It's just a thing. Be kind, be kind. Yeah, there we go. We're still good. I'm okay. Here we get a plank. A conveniently placed plank. We'll select set conveniently placed plank to cross this little bridge. Then immediately go down so that we don't get hit by those. I think they're souls. And we're still at 2 hearts down, so that's fine. Next up is a Kelpie, this mini boss. We just keep smacking it.
I am
This
the
bad. I was
South
stuck.
Kelpie. It is my honor to fight you for my mistress, the Great Agwanda.
This doesn't take as long as the boss voice, don't worry. The manual actually says these Kelpies are weak against the blue ring, but we're not going to use that. And next up is another one of those spear stabby rooms with souls. Here we can actually get a relatively safe spot, which I may just use.
I gather up even the droplets of dew and deny them to my enemy.
Still took a heart of damage, but I may be lucky on these squids giving me a few hearts. The biggest thing I'm scared of is a raft ride that will be near the end of the shrine. Come on, I can't hit that. The raft ride has some enemies while you're basically stuck on the raft, and you just have to knock those enemies out of the way. And that's scary, because there's still a chance that they will hit you. So another one of the Kelpies.
Guardian of the whirlpool that lies beyond.
Please drop health. I find 3.5 hearts a bit low. There's still a few squids in the rooms after this that can drop health, but after that I'm basically going to hope that this will be enough health for me to get through that area. It can be going incredibly well and I may not take any hits, but it can also go horrible and enemies will just get stuck in the raft. And that's just part of the game though, like, there's not much to do about it. Okay, that's one that sadly dropped. Ah, yeah, here we go. Got a life heart. Feel a bit more okay about it. But first, Agwanda.
I know you've come to steal the water of life. You shall not have it while I have substance to fill my form. Be gone!
This is also the first time we can actually use our raft. I mean, we picked it up for a reason. There we go. Go back. And just look at what I'll do to the next Kelpie. That will be incredibly good. I mean, she will be barring the way to her mistress Agwanda. Yes, another life heart, great. Okay. I should be good. I shouldn't say that too loud because it's still Zelda's adventure, but I should be good. Next up are turtles. Just watch them swim horizontally. They'll swim backwards. Because animation. Okay, first. Set up the raft. Use it back into the... I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible to make sure that the turtles stay around the same spot. Go down, go down, go down. Go! This is what I meant. They can get stuck in your raft. Yeah, I completely jinxed this. This is scary. These turtles aren't as much as the problem, but the fish in the next 2 screens down, they are. Okay, so the next Kelpie.
Kelpie. I bar the way to my mistress, the wonderful Agwanda.
So yeah, bye. Bye, Kelpie. Okay, this is scary. Go away, go away, go away. I don't want you. I don't want... No, go away, go away, go away. Stupid fish. Stupid fish. Right, go, go. Okay. Squid isn't a huge issue. Ah. Okay, got through that. I'll just take a death at the boss. It will taking death at the boss will respawn you in this current room, so no big deal. But having 2 life there, it will likely mean that I'll be able to take just 1 hit here. So, hello, Agwanda. So, let's kill Agwanda, even though she can't be killed or something. Go through here, down here. She won't fire anything here for some reason. There we go. That's Agwanda.
You think you help?
And on to the cutscene.
You have overcome great trials, but evil still looms over Tolamak, Zelda. Stay true to your journey, for it will bring you closer to young Link, who lies captive to Ganon. I hear tell of a vast fortress of strength and power. Go forward bravely, and you will be victorious.
Alright, so we are going to head to the Fortress of Strength. At this point of the game, it feels like they kind of gave up. While the Fortress of Strength is interesting in a way, it's also quite empty. And the same goes for the Shrine of Fire afterwards. Let's teleport to the Shrine of Air, because that one's close to the Shrine of Strength, or Fortress of Strength. How you want to call it, doesn't really matter. Select the one, because otherwise we'll accidentally teleport back here again.
Come in, sit with me, warm your...
Yeah, no, let's not sit with you. And here we have some weird bug-like thingies that laugh at you. One of the fun things with this game is that a lot of these areas have been made by with clay, but a lot of it has also been personal pictures of people from the company, like vacation photos and that kind of stuff. So that's what they used to create this. And same with characters, like Zelda that's currently walking around. I think it was secretary or something of the company. Receptionist, something like that. Like they just had a camera set up to make it look like a top-down view, and this is basically her. But yeah, a lot of the enemies are clay animation. That's why they also look pretty janky. So further down to the south here is a swamp. I've only been into that swamp once, and that was by accident. There are a few items that you can get there. Nothing really special. I think there's a map for one of the shrines, the Shrine of Illusion, if I'm correct. There's golden boots. The golden boots allow you to get through another river. And besides that, yeah, life heart, I think, and some other small things, but nothing that will allow you to progress the game, so I just never been there. We just go through the forest, get to this...
Welcome to my...
to this chasm, to his chasm. Where you see a few of those worm enemies. Completely space out of the name at the moment. Moldarms, small ones. Anyway, Shrine of Strength. We start off with buying a red ribbon.
Physical.
The red ribbon is actually necessary, even though it may not seem that way. It's just laying there between all the items. It doesn't really do anything, it's just you buy it. That's all. And it's necessary to get an enemy to spawn. So this is like an old town fair, basically, with jousting and that kind of stuff. So not that much happens here.
Please, miss, I'm so thirsty. Would you draw me some water? You have a kind heart. My guardians rewarded you with a gold necklace to increase your magic defense. May you use it well.
Okay, so by standing at the well, we got the water for the girl. She gives us a golden necklace. I mean, don't question these things. And it increases the magic defense even though we need the necklace to attack.
Welcome, Zelda. I've been waiting for you for...
Killed the bears. Go to fiddle a bit with TV because it was about to go standby. That's not good. Keep walking. Like that's what I mean. Like it's pretty empty. Like there are a few interesting sections. Like now, I have to buy a ticket of admittance, then I can join the joust. But it's not watching the joust. No, you're participating in the joust. Even though you're not really jousting, you're just using your wand. And this will be a similar situation to, to other bosses, some other mini bosses. We just hit them with the wand. You can get a spear.
Dare you ride in the joust against the
just listen to this. I'll be quiet.
Hold tight, little enemy. You have something stolen from me, and I am strong.
Yeah. That sentence. You have something stolen from me, and I am strong. I mean, it doesn't make sense. But basically, the red ribbon that we bought, that's originally his ribbon. And yeah, we bought it. And so basically this area sold it for his own organization stolen from him, and he's strong. So we'll just kill these weird guys with guns or something like that. Again, don't question these things. Yeah, sadly this one will go slightly overestimate. I had too much bad luck in the Shrine of Destiny. Oh well. I was originally scheduled to run like a bit less than an hour ago, so I'm still good on the schedule. This was interesting. Normally they just stick to the side. You know what? Let him live. He'll be able to tell the tale. So we have to buy another ticket, because one is not enough. And we'll already swap to the next weapon, the broadsword. And again, the dialogue, it'll be great.
A thin waif like thee? Ha! Can you even lift a broadsword?
So yeah. You even lift.
One as small as thee put to flight my brother. This.
So we just killed all the knights of this fortress, meaning we can now go to the boss. And a lot of empty rooms here. The boss is annoyed that we did kill him though, so I can understand. I mean, you have some fancy knights in colors, and we killed them. So just have to kill these enemies to get through this room, and then we're at the boss. The boss may hit us once at most. It's not a difficult one, so I'm not concerned about that one. Alright, so here we are, Ursor. Sort of bulldog bear like thing.
You are small and weak. You're no more than a bite for a warrior.
He does take quite a bit of damage, but yeah, he doesn't really do much, you know. Saw the bridge there. There we go. That's Ursor. Oh yeah, we have to go up top here.
A shout of triumph in the teeth of the impossible. You are drawing close, but your journey will carry you far to the northwest, where many say there's a rumble in the earth and a glow of fire.
Alright, so we'll go to the west. We're now completely to the east. So this is why we picked up one of the compasses, the composite Shrine of Illusion, to immediately teleport us towards the west already. And now we have to go to the Shrine of Fire, where the last celestial sign is located. And that will be interesting. Like the shrine isn't difficult, at least. There's only one risk in there. But I tend not to run into that. Though today has shown many things. And as you can see, like at the moment, Zelda has gotten quite a bit stronger. She kills most enemies in a few hits. She doesn't take as much damage anymore, so I can just ignore most of the enemies. Like there's some of these things here. Like I don't take even half heart of damage. It's less than that. I did get stuck in terrain there because this game. We just keep running along until we get to the bigger spiders. Oh, here we have two swamp solas just tossing balls at each other. Just sitting in the stream, chilling. And next screen we do have the spiders that can actually harm us, so we'll actually kill these. Try to bypass them safely. There we go. No big deal. Same with the next screen. After that we have less things to worry about. There's another life heart hidden away.
Not everyone
Yeah, I wanted to be quiet for that dialogue for a moment. There's another life heart hidden away close by here, but it's a bit out of the way. If we don't need it, we'll skip it. Just run past all this. When you accidentally walk here with low health, when you just started the game, then this place is scary. But at this point, Zelda is so strong, it doesn't really matter anymore. There will be enemies here that can harm us. These weird lizard-like creatures, they do quite a bit of damage. So that's one of the risks. And within the shrine itself there are some bear-like enemies that can do quite a bit of damage, and lizards that tend to do it. So I'll be a bit careful there to just get through it in one go. And other than that, we should be pretty much fine.
Your commitment.
So just keep walking here, ignore the blacksmiths, enjoy the
Be gone.
They have.
I, blacksmith, have. Feel the tip of my.
Okay, so these are scary in a way. I'll just kill them all, make sure that I can bypass them easily. There you go. Full health. It's just safer to just kill them in this case. Because I already have a better estimate. But they're weird, like sometimes they do like 3 hearts of damage, sometimes they don't do damage. It's weird. Some quality sound effects there. Just walk past these enemies, they don't do much anymore. Kill this one, get another quality sound effect. Then we have to kill 4 of the mosquito-like 3. To open up the fire. Just grab the rubies because so that I can use weapons.
Further you will not go. You have not the fire in the belly to do else but obey me.
So yeah, that's Warbane. He gives us the hammer. For some reason, it's the strongest weapon in the game. I will actually have to use it soon. Mostly to kill Ganon. Or Ganon in this game, because it has 2 ends in the middle. But for now, keep walking. Keep ignoring these enemies. Now we have the bear-like enemies. They're weird, but take only 4 hits. They do a lot of damage if they hit you, so I will kill them if they get in my way. There we go. This one has to be killed, otherwise we can't progress. And next up will be some fire-breathing monkey kings. If you have any better idea what they are, let me know. I really don't know. And as we are going to reach the end of the game, I'd like to thank really Thon for having me. It's a bit of a shame that I'm going a bit overestimate. Yeah, that's a risk with Zelda Adventure, sadly. I didn't expect it to go this bad, this unlucky.
Let no one say my welcome is not a warm one. Do you still want my celestial sign, timid one?
So yeah, he's just taunting you there. We're getting close to the end of this shrine at least, and then we'll just have a boss rush to go. But the boss rush will go in quite fast. The only thing that's delaying the boss rush is the CDI. So we have to kill this cook with a bow, using the golden necklace that we got in the previous shrine. I didn't have to swap outfits actually, doesn't matter. And now we have the Warbane boss fight. And that was a Warbane boss fight. For some reason there's a hitbox there to leave the area.
Zelda, life is always one order more horrifying than you expect. The great evil Ganon spoiled your victory. Make haste. Do not let him out of your sight.
Whee! So, boss fight, boss rush. If it decides to load. That took a while. So, first we have Lord again. 3 hits, he's dead. It's the last time for you guys to enjoy this following music. There we go. That will give you nightmares now. You're welcome. Grab the feather. Just kill Iviana in one go. Then we get Molmort. Molmort is a bit of a reprieve. Like these boss rushes are so incredibly difficult. You need the life hearts. So he spawns into these dragonflies, mosquito thingies. Gives you life hearts. And now we'll select the hammer. So last time we'll actually select a weapon. And we're closing in on this game. We just have to fight Warbane and then Ganon, and then we're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun just showing off all the CDI Zelda games. And even though it was early for me, but it don't matter too much. I had a blast at least. So again, thank you guys for having me. There will be one more cutscene after Ganon, of course, to show the world after Ganon has been defeated. Just try to get 2 hits on Ganon with the hammer. think one more, 2 more hits, and then we're done. There we go. So this was Zelda's Adventure. That's the really bad one. Wanted Camelon has fun animations as well. And that's Link. The only time you see Link in this game.
Princess Zelda, you've succeeded. Your victory has brought peace and light back to Tolamac. Your courage and strength will not be forgotten. For now, your work is done. Off you go to celebrate Link's return. But first, remember, lessons of the heart, mercy and human kindness prevail. Above all else, farewell, young princess.
So yeah. This was Zelda's Adventure, the complete Unholy Triforce. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, right now you can just get to see some credits, so if you want to see who made this and who was responsible for all this, you can still have it on there. Other than that, Zelda, you can take it away. I think next up is the Fire Emblem run, so that will be quite interesting, and definitely a lot better quality game than this. Thanks.